Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco and today we are comparing two vintage 135mm lenses, the Tokina 2.8 and the Konica Hexanon 2.5. If you've been following this channel for a while, you probably have already seen the reviews for both of these lenses. So today I will not dive too deep in the details and characteristics of each, but I will focus more on the differences between the two, starting from the most obvious one, size and weight. These two lenses are actually pretty different in that regard, with the Tokina being smaller, more compact, lightweight compared to the bulkier, bigger brother, the Konica Hexanon. More specifically, the Konica is 10.4mm long by 7 wide with a 62mm front ring and a weight of 650 grams, while the Tokina is 8.8 cm long, 6 wide, 52mm front ring and 420 grams of weight, making it way smaller and lighter. Do keep in mind that both of these lenses will extend when focusing and have a built-in sun hood, making them slightly bigger. Well, significantly bigger, especially in the case of the Konica. Talking about image quality, well, they are pretty close, to be honest. There's not too much of a difference. You do have to pixel peep, as they say, to see some relevant differences between the two lenses. They both render images in a really pleasant way, and sharpness is really comparable. The Konica Hexanon is a tiny bit sharper, but not that much. In a normal, casual, everyday use, you won't absolutely see the difference. Again, you have to focus on looking for differences in image resolution, in image rendering, to see any difference. I have to say that the Konica is brighter throughout the aperture range. Even when set at the same aperture as the Tokina, it is a little bit brighter, so keep that in mind. Well, next up we have to talk about autofocus rendering, the mighty king bokeh, or however you pronounce it. Well, there's a little difference between the two lenses here. The Konica is smoother, while the Tokina has what is called the bubble bokeh. Personally, I really enjoy good bubble bokeh, but today my only goal is to let you know the difference, and you'll be the judge. Something else in which these two lenses differ is color. The Konica is warmer and a little bit more contrasty, while the Tokina is less contrasty, a little bit more pastel oriented, and has a slightly greener tint. And again, this boils down to personal preference. I don't have a clear winner between the two. Another big difference between these two lenses, besides size and weight, is the minimum focusing distance. The Tokina can only focus up to 1.5 meters, but the Konica can focus up to 1.2 meters. It's quite a difference, especially with these longer lenses, so do keep that in mind. Overall, what was my experience with these two lenses? It was very similar. As I said, the Konica is way bigger and heavier, but in some ways I prefer to use that lens because of the minimum focusing distance and because for some reason I find it easier to focus. Although they both have more or less 180 degrees of focus throw, I don't know, I just find it a little bit easier to focus. On the other hand, the Tokina is way smaller, easy to carry around, and has these peculiarities in the tones and the bubble bokeh and all of that I really enjoy. So honestly, for me, it's more like what I want to use on the specific day. There's not much of a difference between these two lenses. Well, that was it. If you've had any experiences with each of these lenses, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below. And as always, hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next one.